The TSR convention drama gets worse. What a day we've watched these conventions spiral one after another. And this is what SJWs do. Once you get one of their mob on you, they keep trying to sick more and more of the mob on you until you give up or are destroyed or make a statement apologizing, in which they will pound on you more. We're going to go over everything that's gone on so far with TSR games and these conventions in just a moment. But first, I have The Dryad Queen, my new fantasy novel. If you love classic fantasy in the way that Gygax loved it back when he made the first Dungeons & Dragons, you will love The Dryad Queen. It's got orcs, it's got elves, it's got undead, it's got dwarves, it's got all the fun tropes that you are used to. And it's packaged in a way that it does homage to the classic fantasy of yore. None of the social justice stuff. So if you want that, this is a great book for you. I'll put the link in the description below. Check it out today. Support the channel. Thanks so much, everybody who's already done so. I appreciate you guys so much. It's all about the readers here. All right. Yesterday, we had Gen Con piling on TSR games, and they were saying racist, homophobic, misogynistic, derp, just like they always do. And I hunted around the internet to try to find exactly what was said, and I got a report that they had some conference where they spoke and said that they were focused on games. They weren't going to be lecturing people on their politics or social justice or anything like that. Their job's just to have people have fun, which is a fairly noble thing in today's world. And that is a death knell if you don't want SJW attention, because SJWs don't allow you to simply have fun anymore. They want to interject their nonsense into everything. Now, Origins Game Fair has had a very controversial history the last couple of years. They banned author Larry Correia, who was going to unveil an RPG based on his very successful Monster Hunters International series at Origins Game Fair. When that happened, of course, it just escalated, and I reported that here on the channel. And Origins has had a history of just being rude to anybody who is slightly right of center and trying to create this awful culture of SJWs at their convention. Now, Origins has really gone from one of the top conventions out there to dwindling in relevance over the last several years, and it's obvious why. They don't care about games anymore. They just care about their SJW politics. But they followed Gen Con, because if Gen Con did something, of course, they have to preemptively ban these people too. By the way, TSR was not planning on any of these conventions. Now, here's their statement. We're aware of the appalling statements published by TSR Games. By the way, I've looked, and again, nobody gives any specifics as to the, quote, appalling statements. And their founder, Gamma, which is actually their group name that owns them, believe it or not, that's another story, does not condone nor agree with any part of it. We pride ourselves in promoting inclusivity always. Now, this is ironic. So you got promoting inclusivity always, and at the end of this, they say they are not welcome at Origins Game Fair. So I guess they're only inclusive of certain people, which is exclusive. Is the actual word they're supposed to use. They're exclusive of conservatives. They're exclusive of Christians. They're exclusive of normal people and their families. They don't want you to attend their conventions. They don't want you to play games. They don't want you to have fun. They want you to be miserable like them. And this is the thing that SJWs always do. Our motto is a game at every table, a table for everyone, except for TSR games. Yeah, I mean, you see the irony in the statement here. That it's not for everybody. It's just for the chosen few who agree with their politics. Transphobia, racism, and sexism will not be tolerated. All right, well, here we go. And both of these conventions have made the same mistake that Worldcon made with me. When you say that transphobia, racism, and sexism will not be tolerated, and therefore you have to ban this company, you are accusing that company of those things. And those are very specific things that under United States law. Those are things that if you display them in a workplace will actually get you fired. They are not just words you can throw around at your political opponent's Origins Game Fair. We learned this very recently. I had a successful lawsuit against Worldcon who did this very same thing to me because they wanted to send a signal that people of the wrong politics who are voting wrong were not welcome at their convention. They wanted to exclude half the country, just like these conventions want to do. And, well, it hurts business, it hurts people for real, and that's why we have libel laws on the books. So I encourage TSR Games to file a libel lawsuit against Origins Game Fair and against Gen Con. The line must be drawn here, this far and no further. We need to have fun again, and these people who are trying to pry this from us, who are trying to pry our culture from us, who are trying to pry everything from us, must be stopped. Period. All right, let me know what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll be back reporting on this as it goes.